the sizes of our urban plots getting smaller, our quality of life in the cities is getting compromised. But a well thought out building with its occupants in mind can give us the same quality of life. This is what Maison Kochi aims to do. Maison Kochi is located in Cochin in Kerala. It is in the heart of the city, so the plots are very much subdivided, and it was on such a small plot of 173 square meters that we got to build this project. Despite its small size, it had to cater for a lot of things. For a family to live and for it to fully function as a house, and for it to function as an office, a studio and a meeting space. We had to plan and articulate each space in the way that it could be used to its fullest potential. The house faces west, so it gets a lot of direct sun, which actually informed most of the articulation of the volumes of the house. With the regulations in Kerala, we had to leave on all sides setbacks. So the house comes in the middle, it cannot be stuck to one side. This informed also a little bit of the landscape around. So towards the west, we have a lot of tall planting that gives us a bit of shade of torch ginger and stuff. Towards the north, we have a little private lane that goes. So here we have a planter that forms a more sort of permeable edge. Towards the back, where there is no neighbor at the moment, but could be, we have tall creepers. And towards the south, again we have neighbors, so we've put a ledge kind of thing on the wall, and that is again small potted plants and such that come here. The house itself is articulated in 2 volumes. We're facing almost north, south, and the volume that faces south and east is the larger volume, and the one towards the north and east is the shorter volume. These are both sloped roofs, and in between we have a little flat roof. So your water tanks, outdoor units, all this becomes a sort of service terrace which is fully accessible. We have 2 rainwater channels on each end which collect most of the rainwater, and it's able to divert it into a recharge pit here. We designed the house keeping in mind utility, given the residential and the sort of office function of the house, and for the number of people who would be occupying it. We've sort of dispensed with any large architectural features like double heights and such to give a lot of interesting spaces and a lot of individually designed spaces. On the ground floor, north and east side is an open plan layout which has the kitchen, living, dining. And on the south and west, we have closed rooms which are again multi-purpose, so they function as an office and a study. An office during the day, a study at night. Another room which is a meeting room, but with flexible furniture that allows it to change into a guest room. On the upper floor, we have a completely open plan layout. The only closed room is the kids' bedroom. Other than that, everything is open. The master bedroom, the living space, a utility terrace that we've given open to sky on the upper floor that compensates for the lack of greenery on the lower floor which we occupied with the building. So the design again is best explained in section. So on one side we have a sloped roof which is to the north and east because that doesn't get too much direct sunlight. That forms the rainwater channel here onto which this sloped roof then drains. We have in the middle the flat terrace, and towards the south and west we have a double roof. So it gives a sort of attic space. Here where the rainwater channels are, they form quite a width, so then below that we've accommodated things like bookshelves and cabinets and such. So the lower floor gets subdivided for its individual uses and the upper floor remains largely open plan. Going up to the terrace, we have again a trap door that falls down. You can access the roof through this. So the whole house is ventilated from below through the staircase and through these gaps. In many architect design houses, the staircase is a sculptural element right in the middle and uses a lot of space around it for circulation and doesn't really have much other use to it than to hold the room together. For a small house like this, the staircase is very discreet. Under the staircase, we have accommodated a whole bathroom. The staircase occupies a very small area because of a winder kind of steps that we have. It's finished entirely in black oxide with the nosings, the slip guards, everything being done in the same black oxide finish. So in an urban context, the materials that are available are even ready-made and are easy to use. Those should definitely be applied. So in this house, for example, we've used a lot of self-finished materials. Cement oxide and cement, polished cement, black oxide, these are self-finished materials. They're also live materials, so they require a bit of upkeep every couple of years. That gives them their shine and the wear and tear is also seen on them. We've not used wood at all in this house because it seems superfluous. Because the house is a very solid mass, we wanted the windows and the frames and the fenestrations to contrast with that. We made a double window prototype of a traditional glass and mosquito net window that you find in almost all the houses. That has been interpreted in steel. So there's a glass window, a very sleek because it's made in steel, and the other half is in perforated metal mesh, which is also acts as security because it's very difficult to cut. We've also used bison board, which is again a self-finished material with a bit of wax. It comes out very well and it goes very well with our cement polish finish inside. So most of the doors are done in that with a black stainer kind of trim around that forms for a very sleek frameless door. In front of the house, we have again a bison board grill that cuts the west sun out, but most of the wind comes from the west. So towards the afternoon you get a nice sea breeze, but then that's filtered in through the bison board grill. We wanted each part of the house to open up to its surroundings very distinctly. So on the north and east faces, we were able to make large sliding doors that open up an otherwise smaller dining space into the court behind. This house also gave us the opportunity to use or interpret a lot of traditional Kerala crafts and craftsperson, but in a modern way. Upstairs bedroom, for example, has a ferrocement bookshelf that has a lot of insets in it for books and such. One thing that we made there was the cycle baskets, which are very common in India, woven out of cane, the OK Tata boxes, that we got a local lady to weave in digital patterns. So it was a good prototype to experiment on and formed very multifunctional containers. Another custom made element in the house was the switch plates. Now in the market we couldn't find anything that really suited the walls and that would age. So with the brass, which is a traditional element, we were able to custom make switches and design switch plates that could have the similar function as 2 module, 3 module, various module switches. We were able to integrate light shelves, niches, spots, storage. Many of these things we were able to do in the masonry itself and then seamlessly finish it with a cement polish finish. That didn't require a third material. The whole house is sort of tied together with a limited number of finishes. Even though it is only 9 feet to the ceiling height, we've extended the walls all the way up without lintels, and a little groove at the end details out the separation between the roof and the wall. This makes the roof go continuous and adds to the space. We draw from traditional architecture, but we are very much in the city, and it's a very urban life that we're catering to.